I want to share with you about one of my favorite Christmas carols, Hark, the Herald Angels Sing. It was written by Charles Wesley, who lived from 1707 to 1788. Wesley was a priest in the Church of England, and he and his brother John served as itinerant preachers in America for a season. Charles Wesley wrote over 6,500 hymns. Many of them you may know, And Can It Be, Christ the Lord is Risen Today, and Oh, for a Thousand Tongues to Sing. But his most famous hymn, most beloved hymn, is the Christmas carol, Hark the Herald. It was originally titled, Hark How All the Welkin Rings. Welkin was a term common in English poetry of the day, meaning sky or heaven. The hymn was originally published in the first edition of Hymns and Sacred Poems in 1739. The original tune was called Salisbury. We know that tune as Christ the Lord is Risen Today. In 1856, William Cummings adapted a tune from Felix Mendelssohn's Festgesang, written in 1840. The tune Mendelssohn, which we associate with this beloved carol, was included in the Congregational Hymn and Tune Book of 1857 and in Hymns Ancient and Modern in 1861. And now the Mendelssohn tune is the only tune people associate with Hark the Herald. So the tune we sing every Christmas season, Charles Wesley never heard it in his lifetime. In fact, it wasn't written until 52 years after his death. Most modern hymnals only contain 3 verses of the hymn. You know, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, Glory to the Newborn King. The second stanza is Christ by highest, heaven adored. The third stanza is Hail the heaven-born Prince of Peace. Those 3 stanzas have been common in most hymnals for the last 100 years. But Wesley actually wrote 5 full verses. There's one verse that I want to talk about today that I love. It's become dear to me that most people don't know. And it goes like this. Come, desire of nations, come. Fix in us thy humble home. Rise, the woman's conquering seed. Bruise in us the serpent's head. Adam's likeness now efface. Stamped thine image in its place. Second Adam from above. Reinstate us in thy love. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. I love this verse because it is full of theology. It takes us back to Genesis 3:15, when the Lord is actually speaking to the serpent in the garden, saying, I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her offspring. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. When the text says, rise, the conquering woman's seed, bruise in us the serpent's head, what Wesley is calling back to is God's promise in Genesis that he is going to make a way for the redemption of mankind. And the very next line, which says, Adam's likeness now efface, stamp thine image in its place, reminds us of Colossians 1:16. Paul describing Christ saying, he is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creation. Theologians have pondered and argued and talked for years about what it means to be in the image of God. Yet Scripture shows us exactly what it means to be in the image of God. Colossians 1:15 tells us that Christ is the image of God. And so when we are conformed to the image of Christ, we are being conformed to the image of God. And so what Wesley is saying is because of Christ, Adam's likeness in us is erased, is effaced, and the image of God, we're conformed to that. We're conformed to the image of Christ. And so we are asking in this Christmas carol for Christ to stamp his image in its place. And then he refers again to Christ as the second Adam. The first Adam failed miserably. The second Adam did not fail at all. He completed his mission. Second Adam from above, reinstate us in thy love. Christ has come at Christmas time. He was born as a baby. His purpose was to reinstate us in the love of God, to make a way that we could have fellowship with God the Father. And that fellowship was broken because of Adam's sin. Now, because of Christ, there is a way. Truly, that's a call to rejoice. That's a reason to say, Hark, the herald angels sing, and to give glory to the newborn King. So when you sing this song during the Christmas holidays, I hope you remember this verse. I hope you remember bruise in us the serpent's head, stamp thine image in its place, second Adam from above, reinstate us in thy love. And I hope that's as meaningful to you as it is to me, because we have great reason to rejoice in Jesus Christ this Christmas. Thank you.